Hi everyone in YouTube land. I am coming to you with another video, and this video is a review of the Biddy twins, blonde Biddy twins. And I'm only doing a review on these twins because I really wanted to focus on these two girls right here. So I'll give you the lowdown with the blonde Biddy twins. So the Biddy twins debuted, the blonde ones, and these were the only ones that debuted in spring of 2003 for Pleasant Company. And you had the option of getting all their accessories and clothing. I believe they had like strollers, and later on they had bikes for them and wagons. So for my collection, these Biddy twins did not debut in the spring of 2003, only because they have different sleepers. They have the color block sleepers. So they debuted in the spring, I believe, of 2004, along with the brunette Biddy twins that had short hair for the girl and the boy. And the reason I wanted to really focus on that was because I was so busy classifying them as Biddy twins for 2003, because they had a 2002 stamp of Pleasant Company on the back of their face molds. So it wasn't until I recently got this Biddy twin girl at a small shop that was selling her, and she came with this back in 2003. She came with the original sleeper and the book, and so I was so happy to see that they were selling this Biddy twin. So I scooped her up, as I usually do with good finds, and she was under, I believe, $30. I had to pay a little bit of tax, so that might have put her a little bit over 30, but her price tag was about $30. And so with that price, I had to pick her up. And then I brought her home. And when I brought her home, I was surprised to see that when I compared her to my 2004 blonde-haired Biddy twin, there were some stark differences. Her face is a little bit wider, and when I say her face, I'm calling her Gerda, and this is Cheyenne Sheridan. And anyway, Gerda basically looks like she has a fuller face if you look at her. Both of their face molds say Pleasant Company 2002, so it's not like it's that obvious that she's a lot older than this one. But when I look at the material and the vinyl on their face molds, Gerda actually looks like she has more of a clay-like material to her face mold. And Cheyenne looks like she's more of a plastic face mold. It just seems like her features are a little bit more, I don't know how to say it. They stand out a little bit more. Then her features seem a little bit softer than her features. And so Gerda reminds me of my original Josefina for Pleasant Company, that her features are just more defined, maybe, is what I'm trying to say. Her wig, Gerda's wig, is a lot fuller, so even though her hair is up in a ponytail, or some of her hair is up in a ponytail, you can still see that her wig is a lot fuller than my 2004 blonde-haired Biddy twin that came with the color block sleeper. And I don't have her original, the scrunchie, so I usually put her in this bow, and it looks just as nice. And well, with the boy, obviously I didn't have any accessories for his hair, so I didn't have to worry about losing anything. For Gerda, I decided, since I didn't really have any more Biddy Twin holiday stuff for her, I wanted to put her in this daisy nightgown, and it's really cute. It comes with slippers and everything. I haven't really been able to put it on any other doll. So just because I feel like she's an older Biddy twin, so I usually like to put older Pleasant Company clothes on dolls that usually come from that time period. So since I have modern Biddy twins, I just kind of felt funny about putting them in older Biddy twin clothing. So I usually like to save that for the 2004 Biddy twins. But now that I have a 2003 Biddy twin girl, because again, her pink star and moon sleeper and the Midnight Secret book that her line came with, it's really nice to be able to see what a 2003 original Biddy twin girl looks like with blonde hair. So I'm excited that I get to show you guys this and share my latest find with you guys. I've been doing more thrift store shopping. I've been going into antique shops just because I'm trying to avoid like the big malls and things like that. I feel like things have become too commercialized, and I'm one of those collectors where I just want to go back to when times were a little bit simpler, where you found something that you really liked and you bought it. And not because there was a surplus of it, but because it just spoke to you in some way and you just felt like you had to have something that's original. So for me, when I go into consignment shops and antique stores, that's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for something that speaks to my childhood, speaks to something that I would want to have in my home, that brings good memories and gives me a good feeling about things being, I don't know, special and authentic in some way. So that's what I think about when I think about the Biddy twins. It just reminds me of, my youngest and those wonderful toddler years where you can introduce them to dolls and playthings, and whether they like them or not, it's just a part of childhood that everyone seems to admire and go through. And so for me, I feel like those memories are still good memories. With the boy, I have two original African American boy Biddy twins, but right now they're in storage and I'm having a hard time locating them. So I still have their two outfits out. Right now I just brought out one, but I usually have them in the Fair Isle sweater and pants or slack combo. And then with these wonderful Biddy twins, they're in their original 2004 holiday outfit. And I really never really had a chance to admire how a Pleasant Company was able to put these outfits together and make the twins look so cute. Because again, they're just so, everything matches and everything's in unison. And I just really like the time and the effort that American Girl, aka Pleasant Company at that time, put into their clothing. I feel like that's really missing the originality. That's missing these days, where everything seems so over the top and high priced. Where sometimes you can do better on the secondhand market, getting some of the things from your childhood or some of the things that your parents grew up with. So that's just how I feel. That's kind of like my little rant when it comes to the Biddy twins. So if you guys can pick them up, I'm finding more and more of them on the secondhand market, in small shops too. And so go ahead and clean them up and just admire them for the simplicity that they bring. All right, talk to you guys later.